old are you?
1,000 years old.
1,000 years old. What year were you born?
Well, it is about to be 2020, right?
Yeah.
So around 1020.
That's BC, before Christ?
No, it's AD.
It's kind of like how Sosa said he was 300. He said he older, he 1,000. That's what's up.
Well, I used to go by the moniker Chi-Chi the Kid, and a few years ago I was blessed to have a vessel that in me that's been here for 1,000 years, and together we combined to become Chi-Chi the Eternal, and we're on a much important purpose, stronger mission in life, and that is to save the rap game.
Long live the Eternal.
I have no other friends, though I'm busy running schemes.
My sound.
Your sound? Have you ever heard the sweet composition of Thomas Tallis?
No, not for me.
Been swayed by the classical style of Beethoven? Nodded your head violently to the sharp cries of Kurt Cobain? Had adoration for the weird genius visuals of Michael Jackson? Been stricken by the powerful, emotive words of the great Tupac Shakur? My Dear Eternal is a combination of all of these artists, all in one. His eternal rise. He's come.
We get too dark with pain. It ain't right. I know I won't.
Well, I love the melodic rappers of today. I love the SoundCloud rappers. I love the boom bap rappers. I just feel like there's a major saturation in all of it. And I'm afraid that sooner or later it'll be diluted, commercialized, and forgotten. I'm here to create an ultimate balance. And a few rappers might have to go, and some people might not like me for it, but I have a greater purpose in life.
Don't give a fuck. All Chi-Chi want is buck.
Lyrically assassinated or physically, however I have to do it. The Eternal is here to save the rap game, to create an ultimate balance. I mean, everything would be random genocide. I don't wake up today and be like, let me go after NBA Youngboy. My Heavenly Father reveals them one by one to me in random genocide.
Is a bore, but she naked in my bed. Sorry, I'm this way. Been like this since her.
Like I said, I have no problem with any one of them. I relate to all the struggles, the coming up in the game, and you know, a lot of people today, they're giving $1 million at 18, 19 years old. I remember when I was 18, 19 years old, like, if I had it, who knows where I'd be today? Probably 10 baby mothers, HIV, who knows? But I was given a blessing to be able to, like, lead these people, to be able to show them how it should be truly done. So, like I said, I have nobody that I purely dislike. There are songs I don't like. There are characters that I don't really identify with, but they're gonna get their money and then they're gonna have to go. I can't fuck with that. I'm gonna be here to stamp my money. Pac was a great leader. He had a powerful voice. He wasn't afraid to talk about anything. A lot of rappers today, specifically about balling or detailing a certain type of struggle, but he talked about everything, every aspect of life. His music is still relevant today, and he died, 15, 17 years ago. And what was the other person you said? Pop?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, I mean, that's the GOAT of all time. His videos, I feel like I relate to them. they're still relevant today. I still watch them hundreds of times, and I feel like the visuals I'm about to release this year are going to showcase that same type of diversity and that same type of creativity, where these videos will be forever. People will look at them and admire them for thousands of years to come, not just 1 year.
A pleasure to give you the best pleasure of your life. However,
The Eternal has risen skit specifically details anybody trying to get in my way. I've risen here to save the rap game, and anybody tries to come and annihilate me, they'll be annihilated instead.
Born in 1020 AD, he's seen every king, every president. And in 2019, the Eternal has risen to save the rap game. Long live the Eternal! Long live the Eternal! Long live the Eternal.
Well, the vessel would not have been able to, me and my vessel would not be able to emerge if they weren't summoned by specific vices such as her. And that's how I was being able to be Chi-Chi the Eternal.
with the Western, got some hoes in the Western. Yeah, the gang they be reppin'.
Being here for thousands of years, I've been swayed by a lot of different waves, such as the French Renaissance during Henry VIII's days, and the Egyptians before with the pyramids times, the jewelry. Some people might look at my nose rings or all these jewelries and think feminine, but they don't know that this was looked upon as very manly back in even the BC area and a little after Christ. And I'm here to showcase all of it. I'm not always going to be wearing these in my music videos. I always have contemporary rap as well, feel me? But it's going to definitely be a way more creative style than what you see today from other rappers. So I might have one style in one video and another style in another video. You'll never know.
You never have the realest nigga. Don't call.
Yes.
Okay.
Combination. I definitely want people to be able to, when they look at me, identify a little bit with me. Might not be able to identify with all of me, but a little of me, so they can, be able to open their ears. Some people see something that's totally mysterious and they don't want to open their ears no matter how potent the music is. So I don't want to scare them off too much. And I appreciate today's style as well. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, and the greater metropolitan area, AKA the 804, AKA the 804. And I say that saying that a lot of people in that city treat support like a disease, like pestilence. There are a few legends that have emerged, such as Moses Malone, Trey Songz, Russell Wilson, congratulations on that multi-million-dollar contract, and the late Arthur Ashe. And by the end of 2019, my name will be amongst those legends, etched in stone, as I use that newfound status to save the rap game.
Music in Richmond, it's defined by the struggle And the rappers that live in Richmond are talented, popular, and neighborhood stars in their own right. But the Eternal, he embodies the true meaning of artistic eminence. His relentless passion, his unforgettable melodies, and his supernatural likeness all makes him one of the most intriguing artists to emerge since the great Biggie Smalls Don Coogee Socks in his first visual. Consider yourselves lucky that our Heavenly Father chose this very moment for our Eternal to be revealed.
She shake it like a pro.
As Chichi the Kid, I was probably 16, between the ages of 16 to 18. I had a full-time job, and after that tiresome full-time job, this is when mixtapes were, selling your physical mixtape was still in style, and there was no digital streaming. I would sell countless of thousands of mixtapes all along the great metropolitan area, the Tri-Cities, Petersburg, Richmond, Dinwiddie, Colonial Heights, Chesterfield. And after that, I would go, as y'all call it, hit the bando, trap a little. Then after that, I would hit the club, and every night, around 12 a.m., hit the club and give a club DJ $200 to give me like one measly club spin. And even though I worked hard, that foolishness really didn't get me anywhere. I want to say it doesn't work for everybody, but it didn't work for me. But luckily, I continued to think outside the box. I had a relentless work ethic, and our Heavenly Father was able to find me and bless me with even more talent to become Chichi Eternal, something far more greater than just Chichi the Kid.
She shake it like a pro. Now shawty.
Locally, nationally,
Don't matter.
there are local artists. I'm very well known in the local scene in Richmond. They all know me, and I used to travel along the whole East Coast, find any talent showcase I could, New York, Atlanta, Club Crucial that T.I. owned, and where B.O.B. got famous at. And I worked relentlessly. It just didn't work at that time period. I just didn't really figure out who I was stylistically. Some people may look at me and be like, oh, he's another assassination or another Trippie Redd, but I feel like some of them, a few of them, not excluding the names I just said, are just here for today. And I offer a lot more than that. But I feel like the SoundCloud rapper has been given an unfair term, and there are a lot good artists that, develop their sound, and that it's just like the YouTube of our generation today.
I'm wrong. A psycho, get it?
It changes vastly. I might wake up and make a crazy song, relationship song about just getting a relationship. I have a record called Why the Fuck Are You Still Here? And it's talking about a relationship that's consumed with it feels like so much hatred. It's like, why are you still here? You say you don't love me. You say that I'm ugly, so why are you still here? I might wake up and do a song like that, and I might wake up and do a song about the club, or my mother, or banging, or trapping, or political awareness. Every day is something different. Every song is something different.
You can't break up.
Well, the hook goes, you say that you love me, why the fuck? You say that I'm ugly, why the fuck are you here? Basically just, trying to understand, trying to grasp why somebody, it looks like they see like the worst in you. But you never tell me that you see anything good in me. So why are you still here? A lot of my lyrics, I don't really even remember. I have hundreds of thousands of songs. I don't really remember them full detail until the record is playing, and then I go into, you know, start rapping or everything, you know. My awareness is back, but yeah, that's basically what the song details. I feel like when it comes to relationships, especially with my music, I feel like if you can appreciate what I bring to the table, like you don't have to love my music, you don't have to be my #1 fan, but if you can appreciate some of the things I bring to the table, or even like act like you're aware of it, is a problem to me, because I see the stuff that you bring to the relationship. I see your generosity, I see your caring, so why don't you see this about me? So stuff like that, you know, stirs up issues sometimes.
I was looking for them things to supply.
As of right now, I don't have a great many of those, but my awareness is there. I just know when the time has come, then those records will be produced.
Obama got elected to the White House. I was poor, simply living with the...
I think the detail, like, I was trapping when Obama was here, something like that. I don't remember the full length of those lyrics, but it was something like that.
At 18, a severe curse. LeBron back to Cleveland, I don't care you.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I've been to a great deal of colleges in my centuries of living, and I've always learned one important thing: the president does not fix the world, the president does not fix the country. It's more about local governments and more state and centralized governments, and every citizen being aware of what their local government is doing while they're out doing whatever they want. And we always look to the president to guide us, but it's a lot more than that.
Getting money, getting money, getting money, getting money to the day that I die. Well, Molly...
Yeah, I would say it's slightly above Detroit's economic conditions, but nowhere near as lavish as Los Angeles or Atlanta or anything like that. Like where a young black man with awareness can become a multimillionaire by just grinding relentlessly over a few years. Those are very far in between in Richmond. I don't know myself anyone like that. So yeah, that's why, like, not a lot of people, I heard y'all talking about artists from Richmond, but most of those artists y'all were talking about earlier before the interview are from the 757, Tappahannock, Virginia Beach, Norfolk area. I can only name a few in Richmond, and it's because there's really not that much support. There is support though, but not like you'll be used to seeing.
It's the theme of my life. Getting money, getting money, getting money, getting money, getting money to the...
Wow, that's a great question. Well, it just showcases to them that you can do it, and you don't have to do it the way that everybody else does it. Show a little more creativity, show a little more awareness, show a little more work ethic. I know a great deal of artists, and I tell them every day that the game has changed, the industry has changed. You can't do the same things that people were doing 10 years ago. You have to be more knowledgeable, do extensive research, look at your favorite rapper and apply certain stuff that he did to your grind. And you just gotta, it's all about working smarter. not harder.
Oh, young trap nigga, just imagine what he sold. Young trap.
Both parents, and they regarded education very highly, played every sport, was very creative in high school. My favorite class was creative writing 1 and 2, and the teacher was so fascinated by like my ability that she created a whole new class called Creative Writing 3 to be able to help me cultivate my gift more. So, yeah, some people view me as weird and eccentric, but that's just who I was. I've witnessed kings coming into power and being slain. I've witnessed democracies emerging, communism falling, great musicians living, technology being vastly improved, everything like that. It's definitely a progression on all matters. I feel that 50 to 100 years ago, people were more, there wasn't Google, but people still had a thirst for knowledge. Now people just Google stuff and they don't go further with it, if you understand what I'm saying.
Now she's so sick, watch her throw up this life.
I feel there's a super disconnect, and that's something that I'm trying to not have. I'm trying to continue to create music so we can come together and have an adoration for it instead of staying at our homes and just enjoying it in our homes and not even talking to our friends and family about, did you hear this today?
Young trap nigga, young trap nigga, young trap nigga.
I think it's great. It has its pros and it has its cons. I feel the con is that we just don't celebrate life together anymore. It's more about our own personal things, and not a lot of people. I just feel like in the decades to come, human communication, especially with the way that the labor force is going to be conducted mostly by robots, I just feel like human social life will be at a very minimum in a few decades.
I was born for this. I was born for this. I was born for this.
Well, that's a great question, and I can only fathom decades at a time. But I pray that a lot of goals, especially my goal to say the rap game, is accomplished, and we can just become more aware as a society to progress.
Fearless, born to mix with drug dip.
Well, my Heavenly Father brought me here to say the rap game, so I believe in him, and I believe in his abilities, and I believe in his creation.
As we speak, 40 pounds every week. I'm in town for a week.
I feel there's a lot of clout chasers, and they'll say anything to get popular.
Now you intrigue, want them now, you a thief. 40 cap.
It's coming in the next few months. Everybody will see.
Want it now, ain't no lease, ducking trial.
Yeah, the Heavenly Father has brought me a few diss songs that I've recorded, but I don't want to say any names until, the music is out there.
Word I live it, flip up phone for business, and I steal your base. The Pete Rose of Richmond.
Basically, it's saying I was born to be great. I was born to be a great artist. I was born to be blessed at whatever I do.
I was born to make that Skrilla, born to pick the whole feelers, born to mix with drug dealers, born to pop them pills, bro. I was born for all of that drama, born to carry that llama, born to share with my partner, born to marry that phoner. I was born to pop them pills, bro. I was born for all of that drama.
Yeah, I have a lot of records gearing towards my album that will be out whenever the Lord feels like we've made enough noise to be able to put it out.
Popping them pills, bro. I was born for all of that drama.
Chi-Chi, the Eternal Savage.
I am too unique, cleaner than Cupid.
It was definitely different as it is today. I didn't even really care for fashion that much. So not until the Eternal emerged into me. But sports fanatic, couldn't wait to go to college, girls fanatic, just the ordinary 16 to 17, 18-year-old kid.
Be a whole pack, my squad too sick with a cold pack, pimping all these new cuts from my old Mac.
I think Young Money was starting to do their thing. Young Money, Cash Money, 50 Cent, stuff like that.
I think I was born for this all.
I'm a newest edition. I've been blessed to be here and to support the Eternal. I would say I'm current. I'm around 30. I'm learning my ways. I'm getting it together so I can be the best help to our Eternal.
Born to make that Skrilla, born to make the host feelers, born to mix with.
Our Heavenly Father has entrusted them as far as when you think of the word nun or think of a nun, you think of them as pure, innocent, holy, and only they can help emerge the vessel. Only something that's pure and holiness like that could help emerge the vessel, the Eternal, into me. And did you see what I had to do to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to kill her because she was sinning. So, something like that, our Heavenly Father does not appreciate, does not tolerate.
Plus, we're supposed to be with the others so we can be reciting to the passage to say right there, Lord Eternal, so you can rise to save the rap game.
Yada, yada, yada. You know you want this. Stop acting. Besides, the rap game ain't that bad right now. We got J. Cole.
Anyways.
You can go back to the 10 Commandments. I mean, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not, you know, the normal stuff. I can't say anything's worse than anything, but I just feel like people we all commit sins that we're not really sorry for.
The shadows of death, ready for war, bow and arrows and text, 4 daggers of vest, my.
Some of it may seem like it might not, but I'm here for a greater purpose, and that will be revealed. The greater purpose will be revealed. Sometimes you have to give people what they want to hear to be able to see the clearer picture.
Old style, jump the crowd and start the mosh pit, and bitch we moshing.
That's true, that's true. Great artist, creative. I feel like he greatly inspired by Prince, so that's why he sometimes does some of the stuff that people might view as blatantly homosexual, which, if that's what he is, that's all on him. You feel me? I don't have a problem with any type of human being. I feel like we should all freely express ourselves, even though I'm a religious person. No matter what we all do, we're all sinners and we'll all be judged the same way. So I'm a great fan of his music. If the Heavenly Father puts into my heart that I have to diss him for some reason, I will. Only legends will be spared. Contemporary artists, anybody can get it.
Probably is my high. Last time in the north, they caught me by surprise. Catch a fly.
Well, especially today, I feel like it's the most important thing. Back in the day, I feel like everybody wanted to be a drug dealer, gangster rapper, even though 90% of them probably weren't. Today, I feel like as the audience has got smarter, so they may be wary of those tales. So I feel like the more you're yourself, the more refreshing it is to the ears of the audience.
I'll go berserk when the turf is reached. Catch a fly.
Yeah, I feel like I was brainwashed a little bit as Chi-Chi the Kid, and I feel like that might be the reason I wasn't making the noise that I anticipated. Definitely. Sky's the limit. I can say whatever I want.
These other niggas, I can't fuck with them.
As the aforementioned Little Uzi, J. Cole, maybe not initially when he entered the game, but now I feel like he's being himself. Kendrick Lamar. A lot of the artists that are winning because they're being themselves.
She swears she the shit, rockin' suit.
Wake up in the morning, I pray. I look in the mirror and be like, this is what I have to do today. This is what the record I have to produce today. This is who I'm targeting. This is my purpose in life. My goals, my long-term goal is to be seen, it's not to be told. And whatever freshman list that I might make because of my musical output, that's great. Whatever accolades I might garner because the audience likes my music, terrific. But as I've said before, and I'll reiterate again, it's not the ultimate measurement for our success. Our success as the Eternal is to save the rap game. And after that is done, I will rest, finally rest, and wait for my Heavenly Father to call me to partake in another affair.
Long live the Eternal.
Don't call, don't call, don't call, don't call, don't call.
Hey, I'm just jugging and flexing, kicking flows like it's Tekken. Don't get hit with the Western. Got some hoes in the Western. Yeah, the gang they be reppin'. In the lab I'm just chefin'. Got these lame niggas stressin'. Tell them go see your reverend. Hey, this bitch better not play me for my guap. I just hit that bitch up for the top. I swear all these niggas Photoshop. Swear they on the block. Nigga, you ain't got no ops. Acting like you hot, you might fuck around and get popped.